What's up guys, it's Sam and Colby.
Today we're gonna be reacting to our investigation where we took a stranger to a haunted asylum.
Warning, if you guys haven't seen the main channel video yet, there will be spoilers in this video.
But there is so much that we didn't even include in the main channel video that went on that we need to talk to you guys about. And stick around to the end because we are gonna be having a little FaceTime call with a special guest.
So this video was completely different than anything we've done before. We actually went and found a complete stranger on the street.
The video didn't do it justice, but we got rejected so many times.
You wouldn't want to go to a haunted house and see a ghost?
No, probably not.
I do not.
Well, they don't exist.
You've never had a scary experience?
I'm scared right now.
Oh God. Would you want to see a ghost?
No.
No? So you're too scared.
I see a ghost.
I feel like half the scary part was us like running up to people and be like, yo, are you scared of ghosts?
We had somebody in our team following us around, so imagine just like two older guys, definitely out of college, coming up and being like, do you believe in ghosts?
Older guys, because we definitely look like super old, right guys?
Yeah,
like,
guys.
We're like super manly and like tall and stuff.
Pushing 30.
There came a time when we got desperate, and so we were literally running up to anybody.
Sprinting.
Guys, I have a really important question. Does anybody here believe in
We're the
ghosts?
cross-country team.
Wait!
As soon as she started taking off after that cross-country team, I was like, no. And so I just was walking the entire time, like, I'll just catch up later.
I think I ran with them for like 3 or 4 minutes, and all of them were like, we don't really believe in ghosts. Like, this was a waste of time.
My dad.
Oh, can I ask you and your dad a question?
This girl was cool. She was
Do you
awesome.
believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Wow, that was so fast. Dad, what do you think? No. Dad, come on. That was too quick.
The dad is coming in on this conversation.
Are you interested in ever going to another haunted house to have another experience?
Oh, absolutely not. I value my life.
Excuse me.
So many rejections.
All right, it's all good.
The thing that surprised me the most about all this is I thought more people would want to go to a haunted house.
I guess it makes sense that people would just be like, oh yeah, I'd rather watch you like be stupid and not me.
Oh my God.
We went up to like, again, 40, 50 people and everybody rejected us until we met one special person.
We were literally in this like square saying, all right, we'll figure it out. And then we're like, she looks nice, let's go.
Scale from 1 to 10. Where are you at?
What's 10?
Like 10 is like, I feel like I'm gonna see Casper like walk up to me one day.
Okay, maybe like a 6.5, 7.
6.5, 7?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a house that you think might be haunted?
I haven't.
Yeah?
Not that I think is genuinely haunted.
Okay. Would you be down to try to do that?
I would be, actually.
You would be?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
First one!
We run a
That's awesome.
taking people to haunted places.
We're Sam and Colby. I'm
Okay.
Colby.
Guys, we're not just trying to flex on people. We didn't want people to think we were like creepy. Once like we were actually trying to like figure it out, we'd be like, all right, we're Sam and Colby, this is what we do. We're not gonna kill you, we promise.
It was his idea, he just wanted to flex on people.
That's me, you better come.
And still people were like, no.
Again, guys, we were trying not to creep her out.
You feel like you're creepy?
I feel like two strangers going up to like a college person and being like, great to meet you. Will you fly across the country with me and go to a haunted asylum infested with demons and ghosts? Shout out Brooke for being so cool.
Next thing I want to talk about is the actual process. We didn't really talk about this at all, but everything went wrong on this trip. Logistically, for us to make this video happen. And we were really upset about it.
We're fucked.
We're fucked, guys.
Okay, well, wasn't gonna put it that way.
We're not dramatic at all, by the way.
We're stranded! We can't film our fucking video!
We're stranded, there's a flood, we're trapped. We always do a live stream on Instagram before we post the main channel videos, so check it out next time, by the way. This is us figuring out that everything was going wrong. We were planning on going to another location that night, and then learned that the whole city flooded.
Guys, we were originally supposed to go to a place in West Virginia, but the entire city shut down because of a storm. So we did not even know we were doing this video until a couple hours ago.
The city shut down because of a rainstorm that apparently had more rain than it's ever had in the last 50 years. Like, what are the odds that that happened on the day that we're trying to film? So we're scrambling. Where can we go? We're calling random places all over, but we're like, oh, all of these places are like 4 or 5 hour drives. We don't know if we're gonna be able to make it. And then we call our buddy Adam Kimmel, who owns a lot of these paranormal locations, and he was like, yo, you guys did Fairfield Infirmary a couple years back. You wanna go back there? It's open tonight. And we're like, I don't think we have another choice. Because we talked to our guests and they're like, hey, I got school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta be back.
Because we had been there before, we knew a little bit about the history, and we were just like, we have to make this happen.
So we made a pivot And we went for it. Both Amanda and Brooke were so chill about switching plans. They're like, hey, you down for another 4 or 5 hour car ride? They're like, screw it, let's go.
It was sick.
And honestly, everything happens for a reason, because that investigation was insane.
Not to get too far ahead of myself, but if we didn't have this mistake, then the psychic reading in the future wouldn't have happened. That's mind blowing.
There's somebody on the top stairs.
Things started happening immediately.
As we're pulling in.
Oh my god.
Kid just walked that way.
Oh my god.
Already?
They're still here.
Still here?
Still here.
And they're just chilling?
They're right here.
What are they doing? Oh my god! Dude, that's actually fucking crazy. That freaked me out so much. Usually I don't panic about the EMF, but she's like, there's a guy right here. It's literally right here. And we're like, really? And then the EMF goes right here and it spikes to red instantly.
Yeah, that was insane confirmation. We were genuinely just trying to do a little tour and reacclimate ourselves to like what the place was. And so much stuff happened.
And the shadow figure that Amanda was talking about at the beginning as we were pulling in, she also had mentioned she saw this same figure in the hotel earlier.
And that was before she knew that we were gonna go to a different location. So how? That's the strange part.
Are you feeling so? Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Really? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Should we take a break for a second?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
We can step out.
That's so weird. I've never had that happen at a location with you guys.
For those of you guys that aren't familiar, Amanda's a medium. So basically she is able to connect with the other side, but that doesn't always come in the form of communication. Sometimes she feels things, sometimes she senses someone in the room, but she can't see them. Sometimes she'll see an actual figure. I've also never seen Amanda get like sick or nauseous in a location with us, and that happened multiple times in this video. This is our friend Brooke here.
Hello.
Oh, this part, dude.
Dude.
This was amazing.
This is insane.
It'll be really, really impressive. On the count of 3, could you come up to the same blue flashlight and turn it on for us? 1,
Oh,
2,
my.
3.
Dude!
On the dot!
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That is so insane. What's so crazy about that is it didn't work for 10 minutes before then.
We went to where the EMF spiked that I was talking about earlier, and we did a full-on investigation there with nothing happening.
And then we were sitting in this room for another maybe 3 to 5 minutes, nothing happening. But we're like, you know what, Brooke, if you want to be convinced, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, bang. And she was like, oh. I think that's when everything changed for her. I think this is a great way to show that anybody can have those paranormal experiences.
And speaking of that, guys, we actually might take a subscriber next. So if you want to be possibly a part of a main channel video, hit subscribe right now.
Subscribe.
Do it right now. Do it.
Somebody new is walking in with us.
Someone new?
If you maybe were a patient here or a resident,
Insane.
Oh, there we go. So patient?
you want to tell your story tonight?
Thank you. Wow.
Okay.
After all that happened, had just such a perfect investigation.
It just immediately turned active right after this.
So this spirit box here is literally. Oh!
Dude.
Oh my god. Okay, that is literally a cat toy. You have a cat. You know how they work.
Cat, shout out.
The cat thing.
Oh my god.
Turn that back on and it said it was ready.
Cat balls are just little cat toys, and it's really hard for them to go off. You actually have to go up and physically like move it, and so those going off is a big deal. And again, right after the flashlight, perfect flashlight investigation. They're just going off like crazy in the attic.
And that cat ball led us to the exact spot that I was chained up that one time, and multiple other people have been chained up in the past, and that was such an active spot. And the entire spirit box session we had after that is one of the clearest we've ever had.
Do you want us out of your space?
Infirmary!
Oh my god.
Why do you want us to leave? Are we in danger?
Possibly.
Dude, the possibly is so clear.
Between these shackles.
Here? Here? Yeah, were you tortured at all?
I did.
I did. I did the
I
torturing?
did? Not I was, I did.
Oh, he did the torturing. I am.
I am?
Tortured. And that was the girl
Literally says tortured in the torture chamber.
So this place that we're in, it's the attic, but they called it back in the day the dungeon because people would get chained up to the walls, like you were saying, and get tortured here. And it's saying torture so clearly on this device.
And again, this is a complete stranger confirming the things that we're hearing, and she's hearing them loud and clear just like us. One thing we didn't really explain in the video is the owner of Fairfield called us maybe like 30 minutes before we showed up. It's like, hey, I have this psychic that sometimes goes to the building. Like, would you want me to ask him if he's available to give you a reading? We're like, sure, like why not? Send him over, and like if the vibe is right, like we'll do it. This psychic had no idea we were coming, and then we had one of the craziest readings of our channel.
For some reason, this one, even though it was supposed to be about Brooke, turned into something very different.
When I said there was another woman and I had to separate what was what, this part's not connected to you.
I was so confused at this point.
I didn't understand until
Libby.
that.
Libby Golak.
Your grandma?
That's my grandma. Dude, my heart like dropped.
I
was
just point the camera at you.
So I tried to have no reaction, just to see what he'd say, that everything lined up to make sure that this guy wasn't just like faking something. Because sometimes mediums are like, you have a grandma with the bee? Fish for things.
Did you pick up anything else about Libby?
Teacher? Doing something with the hands?
Oh, so he's not even looking at Sam.
He's closing his eyes. And again, I'm trying not to like have any movement.
Teaching maybe an art teacher?
The art teacher thing is crazy. I don't know if I've told you this, but she'd have this art studio and she taught people how to paint at her studio, and I like learned how to paint with her. That was something that we'd always like do together.
Even if she is an art teacher and if that's online, it still doesn't mean he would know that she was teaching you how to paint or anything like that.
We just met, but I have a grandma named Livy.
No way.
And she was an art teacher.
What?
No way.
She painted
He's
all
like,
of it.
what?
And she's been seen in so many of these investigations.
How does that make you feel now that it's been some time since this experience?
Pretty regretful how I'd handled it. The Cody Satori thing was a pretty traumatic event in our lives. I was so like almost closed off. Like if that actually was happening and he was getting a connection with my grandma again, I wish I would have asked more questions. I just like walled up, but like I wish that that version of me right then would have just been like, dude, fucking go for it.
I think you taking the time to process what happened after what happened to us at the Conjuring House is very valid.
Those two incidences that we're talking about are not the only two times that I've ever felt like my grandma being with me, so I'm definitely becoming more and more open to the idea of like guardian angels and people that are like watching over. So
yeah.
I love this, and I love this video.
Maybe in the future there will just be another psychic where she'll be around again. You never know. So after the emotional talks about what happened with the psychic, we had only a couple more investigations left. We did a whole investigation upstairs in a room where a bunch of children were known to hang out at. And before the final investigation, we wanted to give Brooke her biggest challenge of the night. Just like, you want to go down in the pitch blackness with a night vision camera to the morgue? And she was like, yeah, I'll do it.
What else am I gonna get to go to the morgue in night vision? Are you kidding?
Let's go! And this is what she had to do.
This is actually insane. I haven't been really scared so far yet, knock on wood, and I think it's because I've been with the squad.
How long did it take us in all of our careers to like do something like that?
Maybe she's just cooler than us.
Oh my god, okay, no, I'm scared. Very, very eerie. Never done anything like this before.
We're like, we would not do this at all.
We wouldn't! Dude, I remember one of the first times we ever had to go like alone in a place. We just had to walk like down one floor and come back, and we were petrified to do something like that. And that was like after years of us doing the paranormal on YouTube.
Brooke is so confident.
Okay, at this point I'm just more scared of falling.
But you actually went all the way into the morgue alone? So cool. And finally, the dual Estes method.
To explain this to you guys, we're both doing the Estes method. We both have two different spirit boxes, so what Amanda's hearing is completely different than what I'm hearing. Both of the things that we're saying are lining up
It's
perfectly.
insane.
Gone? Do you want us gone?
Maybe.
Maybe. Why? How would that help?
The amount of times this lined up
Always exists.
was also mind-blowing.
Oh my god.
We'll talk more about.
Maybe when it was saying when you're gone, you'll always exist. So we were talking about with the with the medium. Basically, like people are coming back to just remind you that people are always with you.
Yeah, I like that actually. Yeah, is that the message you want to tell us?
One
One of them.
of.
One remember.
What do you want us to remember? One of the messages. Crazy.
Us?
They wanted us to remember them. Do you just want to be able to tell your story and to have people know who you are?
Right.
Oh my god!
Right.
It's so crazy, dude.
Dude!
One of the best Estes methods we've ever done. Literally, you're saying, remember us.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
When I was initially thinking about this video before we filmed it, I thought we were gonna find a stranger, bring him to a haunted place, and like it could be a potentially traumatizing experience, but it actually turned very like beautiful. And Brooke was very courageous. And like the message was like a lot happier instead of scary.
It's awesome. It focused so much on the beauty. Would love to reminisce on how she felt in the final moments of the infirmary.
Here was Brooke's final message.
For everyone out there that obviously doesn't necessarily get this experience, what would you tell them about this side of things now that you understand kind of how everything works?
If you think you see signs or see things, like follow that feeling, because like what they were saying to us, like they're here, and even though they're not with us physically, they're with us in a different realm. I don't know, like I understand the skepticism, but I feel like if you have a feeling or an inkling of it, like believe it and follow it, because why not?
Speaking of, I'd be really interested to see, since we filmed this a little while back, how she feels about all this now.
Should we give her a call?
Brooke!
What's up?
We wanted to call because the video is about to come out and we wanted to hear how the last like 2 months have been.
I mean, I think about it a lot, but I'm just excited to actually watch it and see how it all turned out.
So excited to see what you think about the video. It's like one of our favorites, to be honest.
Did you end up like telling your friends about it? And if so, like what did they think about your experience?
Mainly the thing I would tell them was like when the flashlight turned on. That was like the first thing that I saw. I just tell people like you have to watch it.
Yeah, do you think like...
We're gonna explain to people. I'm so excited. We're gonna have a watch party in my sorority house.
Nice.
It's gonna be so fun.
Do you think back on it like, that was awesome, or was that super strange?
No, I totally think that was awesome.
Let's go.
When we ended that video, you were like, this really proved a lot of stuff to me. After a couple of months, do you still believe like you did, or is it kind of like fading for you?
It's maybe faded a little bit because I probably wasn't off the high of, you know, leaving the infirmary, but still, it's still high and I still do believe.
You think you'll ever try to ghost hunt again?
I'd do it.
You do it? Hey, there we go, yeah.
Part 2?
Well, we can't wait for you to see it. Again, huge thank you for trusting us.
Well, thank you guys, I had fun.
I still can't believe that she did that. It's really cool that our favorite part of the video was like the flashlights going off, and same with her. Like, it's cool to know that she felt the same energy in the room.
She brought up a really good point. It's one thing to watch some people do it, and then it's a completely different thing to experience it in person.
I think that's really cool with the message that we learned that night.
I just got possessed by a demon right there.
What the fuck? During like my last beautiful message? The worst timing ever.